Hey everyone, and welcome back to this channel. It's been a long time since PGI released only 3 or 4 variants of a mech during its debut, and the Charger and Hatamoto Chi releases bring back this tradition today. Other than the aesthetics of the Hatamoto Chi, I wasn't terribly excited about these mechs, but a generous donation from a viewer allowed me the opportunity to show you guys what the Charger brought to the table. I really appreciate these mech pack contributions, and it helps not just me of course, but the community as well. The original Charger in BT was supposed to be a heavy scout mech. Of course, a role like this would not work in MWO, so this isn't the first thing that I'm thinking of with this mech. Not only that, the Battlemaster is already capable of taking a 400 rating engine, and the Zeus is an 80 tonner that moves like a medium. So if you want fast IS assaults, you already had a couple of choices in the game. Therefore, we're going to sacrifice some speed and go with the standard assault role that brings both firepower and armor to the battlefield. In picking a variant to do a video on, I looked at which of the Charger variants brought the most to the game. The 1A1 looks like a laser boat, which we could have done on the awesome 9M and Zeus 9S already. The Black Knight and Battlemaster can also laser boat at plus or minus 5 tons on either end of the weight range. The A1A does give you slightly better hardpoint locations than the previous 80 tonners, and it has a generous 10% heat quirk. Overall though, there's not much new. The 3K looks like it'll be a pulse laser boat or a mix of pulse lasers and MRMs. Either way, the Awesome and Zeus already has these kind of builds covered. The variant that I narrowed it down to was the 1A5. Initially, I was thinking, okay, just another brawl mech with an AC-20 and SRMs. But I'll give you a couple of reasons to think outside the box. First, assault brawling kinda sucks right now. DPS is so high in the game that currently no mech can withstand a solo push towards a group of enemies. So assault brawlers need to rely on their team to open up lanes of attack where they won't be focused on. The lack of offensive independence takes an 80 tonner out of the game for much of the match, which is hugely detrimental to your team. Next, we've got several mechs already, including the 65 ton Roughneck Powerhouse, that can also do AC-20 triple SRMs. So in the end, I had no interest in the brawl build. We do have these 2 ballistic hardpoints in the right torso. This is indeed the first IS 80 or 85 tonner that has 2 ballistics in the side torso. This is big because it allows us to do a UAC 10 and UAC 5 together, which hasn't been possible before in this weight range. Before, when there are multiple ballistic hardpoints on an 80 or 85 tonner, they were all arm mounted. Think of the Victor and some of the Zeuses and Battlemasters. This limited you to 2 UAC 5s at most, which compared with the UAC 10 and UAC 5 combo has much lower DPS. The arm-mounted autocannons also meant that the existing mechs can't shield with that arm and has to deal with the low placements of those weapons. The Charger eliminates those problems. DPS is kept up by the Charger's 10% general heat quirk, and that helps with one of the issues faced by other mechs that are also capable of doing the same build. This loadout helps to mitigate another problem with the Charger, and that is its width. This thing is about as wide as a Highlander, but with much less armor and easily isolatable hitboxes. So it draws a lot of fire, and while it does have armor quirks, the long exposure times of builds that use both ST and ARM weapons can cause those extra armor points to disappear quickly. The UAC 10 and 5 build only requires one side torso to be exposed, and since both the energy and ballistic hardpoints are mid-torso level, it allows the Charger to do a little bit of hill peeking as well. Finally, the standard engine gives you a true shield side. You lose no heat dissipation or speed when your left torso is destroyed. I haven't fully skilled a mech yet, but this will be the skill tree that I take. Durability is the build's biggest challenge, so we'll focus on that first. Then we'll need the 2 UAC jam duration nodes and some cooldown nodes. We also get 60% radar depth in a single seismic node. Heat isn't really an issue, but we still can overheat on hot maps, so we get some cool run nodes as well. Okay, let's see this in game. Alright, in this match we're on HPG. HPG is one of those maps where DPS is such a big factor in winning the match. It's a short to short mid-range map, and it's cold, so it gives you a lot of heat dissipation. So I'm able to take that alpha strike from the Ebon Jaguar and still continue to put bullets in him. So in those cases, you can tell that you're out trading someone. If you know you're out trading someone, then just keep shooting at him and maybe tank some of that damage. Alright, this is not a good spot. Not too much support up top, so I'm going to go off towards the side here and see what I can do from a side peek. We're going with the standard NASCAR. One of the benefits of this build is it is right oriented, so it works with the NASCAR pretty well, relatively well, I should say. The Ebon Jaguar is almost dead. We just need to take out the right torso and it should be done. There goes the Ebon Jag. So we've rotated once around already. Alright, lots of targets here. I'm just going to try to shoot the biggest one that we can find. You can kind of see even in this sort of ridge peaking scenario, the mounts are not very low, so you don't have to expose that much. You have to expose that some surface area, but not that much in order to put out all of your weapons. That Fafnir is getting wrecked there. Getting shot by like at least 4 or 5 different mechs. So in this game, I took a half-ton less ammo than what I showed earlier. So right now I'm running out of ammo on my UAC-10 especially fairly quickly. So you can see by now that my left torso is weak, but that's okay. We don't care at all if we lose our left torso. Trying to make a sort of a ridge peak there, but one of the UX is a little bit too low, so I'm going to drop back down. See, the enemy isn't half dead yet, but I'm really low on ammo right now. Just making sure that guy's dead. So the rest of the enemy team is in a bad position, and we're up pretty big, so it's more or less just clean up right now. And I ran out of UAC-10 ammo. Just these last 2 guys. I am so hurt right now, 23%. That strike knocked out my left torso and my CT is cherry red. So I don't want to die unless I have to. So I'm trying to keep myself a little bit safer here, not to push on that javelin. Lucky for me, he dies. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed the match and you saw what the pros and cons of the Charger are. If you liked the video, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe for more MWO content like this. And I'll see you next time.